Hello, cruel world. Another video from Linebeard. So, how's it going? Just here to do a little follow up. Made a video yesterday. It was just for fun. Didn't really expect to have any people watch it, but I got a few views, and I was like, let me do a follow up video. So, here's what's happening today. This is for parents. This is a follow up video. This is to help you because I think a few of you've kind of strayed from the path of how to raise children. You maybe don't even read books anymore. Everyone's trying to do it their own way, a new way, better than what their parents and 5,000 years of people have been training their kids with. But here's the 5 simple steps you need to know and you need to use to reinforce how to raise your child and make them have the proper ideals in their mind as they're growing to live a good, happy, healthy life. Free to do what they want, free for other people to do what they want as well, and not to hinder anyone's freedoms, and just to be a good, productive person in society. So, number 1, very important, life is not fair. Every day you have to remind your children, because I was a child, everything was not fair. I used to think, how come my brother gets to stay up late and I don't? Life's not fair. That's why. And then I was like, oh, okay. I guess that didn't really answer the question. But as it continued to hit me in my mind, life's not fair, life's not fair. I got older and I saw all kinds of injustices in the world. Real things that are really not fair. Like how come I get to go to the store and buy meat every day and buy food, and other people go to the store, or there is no store, or the store has no food, or they're just starving. And that's a real injustice. And why does that happen? And the answer is because life isn't fair, and you have to accept reality in life. And you have to be thankful and humble for the things you have. So you have to continue to remind your children when they're unhappy and when they're screaming about stuff and crying and just demanding that they need something and life isn't fair and it's not, and they tell you, they're like, oh, it's not fair, and you have to tell them, exactly, my child, life is not fair. The sooner you understand that, the faster you can accept it and move on with your life. And so step number 2, that's what brings me to step number 2, is to respect your elders. We were all children once. We were all taught to respect our elders. And we didn't really understand, well, I want respect and you don't respect me, and why should I respect you? And you have to respect your elders because you're a child. You need to have respect, and then you need to earn respect. The adult has already earned the respect by becoming an adult and having respect for their elders when they were younger, and adults still respect older adults. Imagine that. Because you take that ideal to your grave. You respect your elders until the day you die. So teach your kids to respect their elders. Which would lead me to point number 3. Do not talk to strangers. Children need to know that, yes, they have to respect their elders. They see a rando on the street and be like, oh, well, I don't know this person, I don't have to respect them. No, you respect your elders, but don't talk to strangers. It's not disrespectful to tell a stranger, I'm not talking to you, and please go away. I don't know you. I don't know if you're a safe person to speak to. My parents aren't around. I'll call for help. That's respect. You're being respectful. You don't just scream at the adult as they're walking by and asking you a question, but you do ignore them. Don't talk to strangers. You don't know what they could do. There are bad people in the world, and your children do need to know that they can't trust everyone. They don't talk to strangers, but they do have respect for their elders. And every day, this is every day. You got to tell them every day. Don't tell them once. Every day. Life isn't fair. Respect your elders. Don't talk to strangers. Which brings me to point number 4, which is, this is very important, by the way. We used to learn this all the time as kids, and nowadays people have forgotten about this. They've become sensitive and they think that, I don't know, words do hurt, but no. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Now, the only reason if someone makes fun of you and you are hurt by it, it's because they're reinforcing what you already think about yourself. So you need to change your own attitude, your own thought process. You need to love yourself, whether you're so-called ugly or fat or stupid, whatever people are calling you, whatever you call yourself. Change your own perception of yourself. People will change their perception of you. But never let words hurt, because words can't hurt. Get hit by a bat, and I'll tell you what, that's going to hurt. It's going to really hurt. And leads me to point number 5, which isn't actually point number 5, but now I'm going to bring it up. Point number 5 is always look both ways when crossing the road, because cars do hurt. A lot more than words, I'll tell you. You get hit by a car because you're looking at your phone crossing the road, and it's not all about like, the car should have known and they were supposed to stop, and you're dead. The car has a little dent in his car, like he's all upset, like, oh, I gotta go fix my car, but he's alive. He might be treated for shock because he killed somebody. Oh, I'm treated for shock. And he gets some free drugs from the hospital. They'll probably give him some kind of anti-anxiety pill because he's got shock. And not to mention, the poor person trying to live their life has to hit you because you're all looking at your phone. So look both ways when crossing the street. Very important. Very important. Don't be looking at your phone. Don't blame other people for everything. Oh, well, cars have to stop. Look, cars are driving. If there's a stop sign, they have to stop. But you're walking. If there's a stop sign, you have to stop as well. You stop. The car stops. He looks both ways. He sees if there's a pedestrian. He's supposed to let them go first. That's the rules of the road. Pedestrians first, cars second. Cyclists, they don't even stop. They just fly by, and then they cry about getting hit. No one wants to hit a cyclist, but if you don't stop, and you're going fast, and the person who stopped doesn't even see you, or maybe there's a driver who wasn't paying attention, and he hits you. Aren't you upset that you got killed and not about the fact that someone ran a stop sign? It's worse for you, because you're dead. He might go to jail, or maybe be treated for shock. Who knows what's going to happen, but you're dead. So yeah. Look both ways before crossing the street. It's very important. And then there was another point, which I forgot, so we'll get to that another day. So basically, let's focus on the ones I did mention. Life isn't fair. Respect your elders. Don't talk to strangers. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, which means change your perception of yourself. Don't believe the things that marketing and commercials and TV and everybody around you wants you to believe, that you need to be perfect. You need to be a boy if you're a girl, or a girl if you're a boy. Look, you're born a certain way, and if you turn 18 and you want to change that, that's fine. At 18, we're allowed to do whatever we want as long as it obeys the law, and the law allows you to do whatever you want. If you're not 18, you listen to your parents. They tell you not to smoke, you don't smoke. They tell you not to stay up late, you don't stay up late. That's all. You just listen to your parents. They're raising you. They're supposed to raise you safely and wisely and teach you the 5 lessons. Respect your elders. Life isn't fair. Don't talk to strangers. Look both ways before crossing the street. And sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. So don't allow words to affect you. Take into account what's being said. See if there's truth to it. See if you can change it, but don't allow it to hurt you. That's pointless. So this has been another Voice of Reason from Linebeard. The voice of the community, voice of reason. Another day goes by. Nothing to worry about. Don't cry. Buck up. Go to sleep. You'll feel better in the morning. And that's all, folks. Check you later.